This is Vicky, also known as Dragonfly7673. It is Thursday, June 4th, and sometime after 6. 6:40, so I guess closer to 7. Obviously, I've been missing in action, and there's just been a lot going on. The move, we still have boxes everywhere. We've had a lot of stuff going on. My son had a musical, and then once he was done with the musical, I was back to working on homework most nights with him. Our weekends have been busy, and then the last couple weeks, I've been really sick. In fact, this is the first day that I can mostly talk at length without coughing frequently. So, I'm back on prednisone. And so it's just been, it's been so long that I don't even remember what you know about and what you don't. So some of the highlights, my son was in the musical Disney's Beauty and the Beast, and he was part of the ensemble, but as the ensemble, he actually had a bunch of different little roles to play. Like he was the prince at the very beginning who shoos away the old woman who turns out to be you know, the magical witch that puts the curse on the castle. So we've been teasing him that everything that happened in the musical was all his fault because he turned her away, which he thinks is funny. I don't even know what's been going on. I got a new employee at work who doesn't start for another week, but that's been happening. That was the other thing. Everything at work was crazy busy. Mandy, Heather, actually asked me if I thought that I got sick because my body just finally said enough. And I told her that's exactly what I think. I think my body just finally said enough is enough. You've been pushing too hard. It is time. You are going to sit. And I was sitting so much that for the first several days of being sick, I didn't crochet. Like I had it near me, but I didn't really touch it at all. I didn't do anything. So, a little bit of the yarn room got unpacked, but not much. I will do some photos when it's done, but right now it's in chaos. And one of the things I'm trying to do is also log things into Ravelry while I get them loaded so that things are organized. I wasn't thinking about the fact that the internet is extremely slow in this house. I mean, I've told you guys that before, but I wasn't thinking about the fact that that would affect my ability to do photo uploads and things like that. So I did like a small tub's worth of photos and uploading, and it took way longer than expected. But my guy is gone most of this weekend. He has to go to Chicago, and then he's coming back each night. But that'll give me some time to kind of putz with it. And then I had to go back and even look at what was the last things I even like showed you for projects, and I didn't realize the stripy blanket from Rowan I've had done for a while now, but the last time you guys saw it I was still working on the border. So I showed you what the border was going to look like. It's just double crochet in the teal, single crochet in the fuchsia, and double crochet in the teal again. It came out great. And it is Tigger's favorite blanket to curl up under. He has pretty much laid claim to that one, whether I want him to or not. But best friend and I were talking because I was like, I'm such a process knitter that this took me forever to work on. And now it's basically a fancy cat blanket because I'm done. I got through the process, I finished it, and now it's a blanket on the couch, and whoever's using it, if it's, you know, my guy, me, or the cats, whatever. So, it's got a couple little snags, but because of kitty toenails, you know, they're not trying to abuse it, but every now and then, you know, a toenail gets stuck. So if I see them, I kind of yank the fabric this way and that way, and it usually settles back in. I did go to some movies. I saw Avengers twice, I think, since the last time I saw you. And we actually went to the double feature for Avengers, so we saw the first one and the second one together, and then I ended up seeing it again with my son. So I tried to work on my twitchy socks. Now, for whatever reason, this size needle is currently really hurting my hands. And it doesn't matter if I'm in the movies in the dark. I thought maybe it was just because I was concentrating more. No. And I don't know why. I'm doing a lot of resting and stretching, you know, like this. But it's hurting my hands a lot more than it used to. I'm not sure why, but it may be a little while before those get done at the rate they're going. Now, it's not all knitting, because I'm also working on, slowly, the Noro bias scarf has become basically my purse knitting. So I work on it. I work on it on conference calls. I took it to the hospital. I went to the emergency room when I was sick, and I actually worked on it a little bit, even though I had an IV in me. Just had to move carefully. And the last time you saw it, it was a little bit above this marker, and so it has grown. So I haven't taken a new picture of it, or of the socks for that matter. I don't have a good setup yet, so the camera's farther away, so I can't really pause to insert pictures like I normally would. So I may just stick any related pictures at the end. I have also been working on the Sophie. Now this has pretty much been my go-to project right now. And this I definitely will post pictures because I have so many like close-ups and things. I don't remember what part I was at the last time you saw this. I meant to look it up and now I don't know where my phone is to look it up. Oh, I found it. I want to say I was like maybe at part 4. No, I had finished part 4 and I had started part 5 the last time you guys saw it. And now I believe I am at part 9. So it has definitely grown. The last time I measured it, it was about 52 inches across. And it still has a lot of parts left. There are 18 parts to the pattern because it was a weekly mystery. So every week there was a new clue. So there was 18 parts to the pattern for the basic pattern. That makes a square. Then week 19, she added some individual granny squares that you can put on the edges to make it a rectangle. And then there is, so that was week 19, and week 20 was a border. So right now I have this flower done on 4 of the sides. It's not a square yet. What's been happening is there were long sides and short sides. The long sides are now getting smaller and the short sides have now gotten bigger. So there are 8 sides total. But 4 of the sides have this flower. And 4 of them in that one. I actually did get some more yarn in the alternate colors. When I was first thinking of this, I thought I would make it primarily the dark teal. So I actually bought like over 50% of my yarn of the yardage was in the dark teal. Well, that's not the way it's been working out. I like and maybe it's partially because, you know, spring finally came, but I like the other colors. So I have not been using the dark teal as much as I had expected. I have actually been using the colors more evenly, except for the black. The black I tend to use as little pops here and there. Here's one. I just finished one. And sometimes they'll be like a little bit hidden, like there's a little bit right there. So, anyway, this I am loving. Unfortunately, the other little cat, Missy, likes it too, and she really likes to crawl on my lap and then be buried under it while I'm working on it, which is not bad. But It works out great when we're in the basement. The basement has, that's the man cave. It's all my guys' like favorite stuff. Football, baseball, Colts, Cardinals, Star Wars, Coca-Cola glasses. Everything down there is him. That's his spot. But it's also where the big recliners and the big TV and the great stereo system are. So if we're going to watch movies or anything like that, we tend to go down there. It's also much cooler down there, so if it's warm out, and it's kind of that weird warm where you don't quite want to turn on the air conditioner, we can go down there, and it's nice and cool. The cats come down, and it's cool to the point that I actually don't mind the blanket being on me. So, I have... In the process of moving, I have discovered that I do not need any more yarn. However, I do have this yarn to talk about. This is called Abracadabra, and it looks very neutral here. I will reach up and stop the video here because I want to show you a little video I made for this yarn. Alright, so what you saw was that this yarn color changes. Now it only comes in two colors. It comes in purple or pink. But it goes from being very neutral to the purple or pink. And I haven't used it for anything yet. Mom got me some, and one of the things she was talking about was that it would be great fun to intermix with some actual bare yarn. And then, like make a baby sweater out of it or something like that. And then they go outside and they have, pink and purple stripes. So it's just fun, and it's made of it's 35% merino, 50% propylene, and 50% propylene and 15% nylon. So, in order to be color changing, it has to have non-wool elements. So, the only other thing to show you is the secret project, which I am very sad to say I haven't mailed. It's done. It has been blocked and ready to go since before Knitopia. Because it was actually one of the last things I did at my condo. Unfortunately, I have somewhere misplaced part of the things that were supposed to go with the swap package. Well, first of all, I was waiting for to find out the address of the person that I was sending it to. And then I have misplaced part of the swap package. I am hoping this weekend that if I just concentrate on the yarn room and really get it put back together, I will figure out what did I do with the rest of that package, what happened to Tiff's birthday present, what happened to my postage scale. We've also lost my Keurig machine, but I don't think that I'm going to find that in the yarn room. What happened to my tripod for the iPad? There's a bunch of things that are missing in action. And part of that's because of the way we moved, because we finally just said, that's it, we're just moving. And we just kind of picked stuff up and moved it. And we thought we'd be unpacked sooner and figured it wouldn't matter that much, and it hasn't happened that way. My guy just unloaded. I put away a bunch of the stuff in the kitchen that I could, food and pantry stuff. And then he just the other day yesterday, I think, actually put away a couple boxes of like dishes and stuff because he knew where his stuff was stored. So he started matching like items and putting them together. So it's getting done. We have people coming in a few weeks, and so we really want to get it at least under control. Someday we would like to be able to put cars in the garage again, but we'll get there. Yeah, and there's some stuff that we just both have a lot of. So now we're trying to figure out, well, what do we do with all this stuff? But it will get done. Anyway, so I'm hoping that with all that, I will find the rest. I can ship it, and then I can show you guys what the secret project was. And when I'm done here, I'll record another little blip showing how it ended up, because I believe the last time you saw it, it was off the hook, but it wasn't blocked. So, last thing, I actually did draw winners for the, this is June, for the May Knit Whatever You Want, which we are now calling Fiber and You, EWE. And the winners were when I drew the numbers, it was 2 through 135. The numbers were 71, 92, and 22, right? Yes, 71, 92, and 22. And I lucked out that all of them were actually project posts. So we're going to do this in the order that I have listed, which is Ravelry Pattern, and Etsy. So number 71 wins $15 of Ravelry Patterns. Contact me. It is Phoenix Fire with her very pretty shawl. And I apologize for doing it this way, but it was the easiest to do right now. So here, that's a little better because I took the headers off. The next winner is number 92, which is also $15 worth of Ravelry Patterns. And that is Apple 380 for her Minion hat. I love the Minions. And the very last one for the $25 Etsy gift certificate, the one where I actually need a real email address for the Etsy card, is going to Knitting Mary B for... she made a hat for Halos of Hope for the Zombie Apocalypse retreat. So, Knitting Mary B, Apple 380, and Phoenix Fire, you need to get in touch with me. I think that's it. I'm not doing a what do you want to share right now. I just really wanted to make sure I actually got a recording. On Fridays, we have half days at work, and a lot of people will just work from home on Friday, and I was actually thinking about doing that and then realized that no, because I really want to upload this at work where it goes like that. I mean, it goes faster at work than it ever did at my house, so I don't even want to think about how long it will take to record from this house. So, and I'm hoping that soon I will have a new iPad. I told myself that once I finished the yarn room and got all my stuff organized, I could order myself a new iPad. Now, I have been saving up Amazon gift cards like crazy, whether they're from work rewards, from credit card rewards, from the Coinstar machine. So I have enough to cover a nice iPad and not have to pay it in cash. So I'm very excited about that. And, oh, I know something else. My son is going to take a free game development class at Herzing College because he's been interested in doing game development, and they contacted the school and said they were looking for students to participate in this class, and he got in. So it's free. I did end up buying him a new computer, not entirely because of the class, but because the last computer I bought him about 5 years old, and it has died. It has blue screen of death. So I ordered him a new laptop. It's not here. I am hoping it comes because next week I'm going to their house Wednesday night. Right now it looks like scheduled delivery is here at this house on Thursday, which will be totally inconvenient. If it just moves up one day, that would be great. But they haven't even sent me a shipping notice yet because they have to build it. The laptop came with a free TV. It was the same price whether you took the TV or not, so I took the TV. The TV came Monday. I also bought him an external CD, DVD drive because the laptop did not come with one. So I bought him an external one. That came Tuesday, but neither one of those had to be built. I haven't gotten any notices about the laptop. So I'm crossing my fingers, but if it doesn't come, we'll just have to deal with it. I'll get it to him somehow. You know, maybe Mom and I can meet halfway sometime or something. I don't know. And I shipped it here purposely because there's some stuff I need to install. We get a huge discount on Microsoft Office from work. Like it's $10 instead of a couple $100. So, but I have all the stuff. I need to do it. Anyway, that's besides the point. I haven't talked to you guys in so long that I'm now rambling. But yeah. But he's really excited about the class. So that's a good thing. He's at the point where he's actually considering going to college, which is a wonderful thing. We are done with online English. He passed great. He wrote a research paper. He got his exams done. Now his IEP teacher was awesome because he was doing the musical and she was encouraging him to participate in the musical because she thought it was a good high school experience. She helped us cut down some of the English and take out a couple of the extra essays or reword them in a way that worked for him. So that was all good. Yeah. There's so many things I'm running through my head and I just can't talk about them all. I'm also starting to feel the wheezing coming back. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to record a little blip for the secret project so that I can put that whole thing together hopefully soon. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.